Thank you so much. Thank you. Isn't he adorable? We call him the Lebanese George Clooney. I am so very, very touched to be here today. I flew in from New York, where Phil and I just celebrated our 43rd wedding anniversary. Talk about a lifetime achievement. Not bad for a girl from Hollywood. And being a showbiz kid, this reminds me of a great story. This retired husband and wife are sitting on their porch in Florida, sharing a bottle of wine and looking at the sunset. And after a while, the wife says, "I love you more than I can say. I don't think I could ever live without you." And the husband said, "Is that you talking or the wine?" And she said, "That's me talking to the wine." Sorry. It's such a great story. I can't help it. I'm a comedian's daughter, so when I get in front of this many people, it is constitutionally impossible for me not want to make you laugh. You know, the funny thing about getting a lifetime award, it makes you look back at your life. And I remembered how I used to love going to the studio with my dad. One summer when I was about 8, he was making a movie with Margaret O'Brien, who was around 9. And I remember I'd be cueing my father on his lines in the car as we drove to the studio. And he'd tell me, "You do that every bit as good as Margaret." And I felt so proud. And then we'd get to the set, and I remember watching as he and Margaret worked on the scene that we'd rehearsed in the car. And I remember praying that she'd fall over in a dead faint. And then maybe somebody would say, "Is there a dark-haired girl here that knows those lines?" And then I'd run in and save the day. And that's how I got to be an actor. And I thought also about my Italian grandmother, well, Sicilian actually. They're the same as Italian, but just a little more suspicious. She was hilarious. In her 70s, she was playing drums in a beer garden in Pasadena. And during the week, she'd bill herself as Danny Thomas's mother-in-law. And then on the weekends, to get the younger crowd, she'd bill herself as Marlo Thomas's grandmother. Everyone tried to get her to act her age and just give up the drums. My mother wished that she would retire to babysitting and making pasta. My father wished that she was Bob Hope's mother-in-law. But I adored her. She really was my inspiration that I could be free to be. And playing that girl, I got the most amazing mail. Of course, I got all the "I love your flip" kind of mail. But I also got letters like, "I'm 16 years old, I'm pregnant, and I can't tell my father. Where can I go?" Or, "I'm 22, I have 2 kids and my husband beats me. Where can I go?" We worked, my assistants and I, around the clock, trying to find places for those women to go. And there weren't any places. And that's how I became an activist. Thank you. Thank you. And then there's St. Jude. When my father died, I went to visit St. Jude Hospital in Memphis. It was my first time there without him, so I was a little shaky. And when I walked into the lobby, there was a party going on. There was ice cream and cake and little kids running around in party hats and all the happy clamor of little children. And I asked a nurse, "Well, whose birthday is it?" And she said, "Oh, it's not a birthday party. It's an off-chemo party." I had never seen anything like this before. All these little children celebrating and deriving strength from one child's turn for the better, with their parents and their grandparents standing by with tears in their eyes, that if this little child could make it, maybe their beloved child would too. These children have changed my life. I'm a different person because of them. I have looked into those little faces and I have seen such courage and strength and compassion and a capacity for joy in the face of such adversity. I have seen the humanity that's possible in all of us. All of these memories are nutrition for the soul. And events like this one, created by women and recognizing women, are our nutrition. We see examples of others who are finding their voices. We hear their dreams and share their stories. They give us life. They give us enthusiasm that we can continue to make new dreams. I recently read a great quote. It said, "None are so old as those who have outlived their enthusiasm." You know, life has a way of knocking the enthusiasm right out of you. But don't let them do it to you. Hold fast to what you believe in. That is my dream for all of you. And may it be your lifetime achievement. God bless you all. And thank you for this wonderful honor. Thank you.